delegates joining in. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to the Economic Times SCM and Logistics Virtual Summit 2020. I hope you all continue to use our hashtag ETSCM and put your comments and thoughts on Twitter, on Facebook, and on LinkedIn. While the ETSCM and Logistics Virtual Summit has been co-powered by Infor and iValua, I'd also like to thank our gold partners, Blue Yonder, our automation partner, Rockwell Automation, our silver partners, Freight Tech, Freight Tiger, IBM, Pando, TVS Supply Chain Solutions, along with our associate partners and our plan delivery, Eka Software Solutions, and Shadowfax. In case any of you would like to connect with our gold partners team, Blue Yonder, you're welcome to visit them at their booth, and I'm sure the team will be more than happy to connect with you. But now we're all set to begin our next segment and introduce to you our speaker. We have with us Mr. Umesh Gaur, VP and Managing Director, Center of Excellence, Blue Yonder. Welcome, sir, and our delegates can't wait to hear from you.
Thank you, Isha, and thanks a lot to the whole ET fraternity to give us an opportunity to talk about Blue Yonder and the supply chain solutions. So my name is Umesh Gaur, as Isha mentioned. I'm representing Blue Yonder, a digital supply chain platform company powered by AI and machine learning. I'm here to talk about the challenges that our customers are facing in the COVID times and how are we helping them in the world of AI and machine learning, some specific use cases. I'll be sharing my presentation in a minute. So I'm here to talk about two things. One, the challenges our customers are facing in the COVID times. What help they need? What are the inaccuracies in their supply chain? What are they asking for? The second, as this is going to be the new normal, how do you make intelligent supply chain? How do you make decisions to optimize it? They're seeking all this help using AI and machine learning. Let's talk about what our global customers have indicated. There are three specific challenges they have indicated. Their inability to predict the volatile demand, their inability to predict the demand at an end consumer level, end customer level, at the plant, at the DC, they're not able to predict. As the demand predictions are completely misaligned, what is happening is they're losing the market share. They're not able to place the inventory at the right place to drive the things in the supply chain. They're asking for help in the AI world, in the machine learning world, that using our traditional algorithms, what are they missing? They're giving us feedback, and we'll show you some processes, some thought process on how we have articulated that and helping the customers. The second, what they're saying is they don't have the visibility on their inbound side. Their end-to-end supply chain is not extending beyond the four walls of their supply chain. The inbound visibility of the raw materials, when it is coming, they don't have the prediction. Second, even when they're distributing the whole transportation, the shipments, they are not able to predict accurately in real time what is the predictive time of arrival at the downstream and what is the impact around that. Here are the three things what the customers are talking about. What are they seeking? They're seeking an omni-channel presence. They want their solutions, they want the processes, they want their adoption to help optimization to be done on what's the right mode of transport, whether it is rail, ocean, whether it's road. What's the right way to do it? They're looking out for an optimization solution with a prediction on that basis. Second, they're looking out for the disruptions which are happening in the short term. Their long-term supply chain plans, their S&OP is going and misaligned. They want help around tying up the supply chain long-term plans with planning and execution, all working in alignment in order to give their overall goal of profit maximization. The third, what they're looking at is what are the right workforce management in the disruption world? How do you contain, how do you continue with the healthy workers? What is the right optimization on workforce? What right labor to bring in? What waste to be removed? They're asking for automation and productivity. The new normal is the global shortage of supply chain skills. The global disruptions are going to happen. The sourcing and production are going to move mostly within the region. These are all the new norms. As we do that, as that happens, the help that they are asking and they want is having a kind of a solution which gives them a better visibility across their supply chain, from suppliers on one side to the end consumers to all the partners in the ecosystem. They're asking for an end-to-end orchestration and visibility. They're asking for that solutions, those predictions using AI and machine learning. They're giving us a feedback that we need their ability to predict disruptions. They don't know what they don't know. In this today's world, it is all about managing disruption. What you know, you're using your algorithms, you're able to predict that. But what you don't know, we are having a challenge. They want the ability to predict the unpredictable is the need of the hour. Along with that, absolutely, the unified experience, more automation, more productivity, those are the needs of the hour. As we do that, how would you build a supply chain solution and a platform? It's built on 5 pillars: data, customer centricity, IoT, time as new currency, and automation. Companies have spent a lot of money using ERP systems, building, planning, and execution, but all within their own enterprise. They are extending the connected world with the data devices, whether it's IoT devices, robotics, customer science, RFID signals, to process those data in their supply chain. Time is getting processed with respect to the smart factory signals, the signals from the warehouse, the signals from the carriers with the shipments which are happening. They are all getting integrated and putting that as an integrated data. That is what the supply chain is getting designed with, using completely ecosystem data. It's the one version of truth is not within the organization, but it's outside the organization, across the organization. That is the need. The customer centricity and personalization. When you order, you're expected to get it on time, on quality. That's the norm. How do you anticipate what the customer is going to order? It is all about the customer demographics, the customer profile at the demographic level of whether it's the gender, geography, age, class. Customer centricity is building those segments in supply chain, and then storing them and giving them the optimized plan and addressing their needs at the right time, much more anticipated. If we have designed our right customer centricity model in a segmented supply chain, the suppliers will be able to predict what the customer wants at the end at a very granular level. It is not an aggregated company corporate level. It's at a very disaggregated level. The manufacturers are taking feedback from the customers during their production to take innovation and feedback to build a better product and better quality. The supply chain should be able to gear up to address the customer centricity and the personalization that what we do. And finally, it's all on the shelf. You take the order on the shelf and go and do it. It's not about loyalty. The changes can happen. So the supply chain should be able to do it. The third pillar is, as we do our IoT signals, whether it is from the sensors, the RFID, the mobile devices, what are we measuring? We are measuring, for example, it could be temperature, it could be weather, it could be the place, the location where the carrier has reached, where your shipment has reached. All that needs to be processed within your IoT and intelligent devices and the supply chain in order to make the decision more optimally. Time is the new currency. It is all about real time. Gone are the days where the order will take like 6 days, 8 days to deliver. It is more about I can do an order at any place. I can pick it up in any place. How is my personalized delivery? How is my social media? That's all what is required in order for my supply chain to be more agile, more predictive and pivotal. The last is the autonomous supply chain. What companies are doing here is reducing the human intervention as much as possible here and bringing in the machine learning, artificial intelligence, so that the decisions are taking its self-decision. It learns from it. It readies for the next signal. It learns from what the plan was, what the actual is, and it's ability to execute decision without less human intervention. That's the focus of 5 pillars of what a supply chain should look like. If we do all these pieces, the companies are able to move from being reactive to a predictive and a pivotal accelerated model. And that's the need of the hour. How can you do all this? The traditional algorithms, traditional processes are not working anymore. You need more help. And Here is an example on how an AI and machine learning can bring in examples of across the supply chain. And I'll give you a simple example. If you look at this, there are 5 blocks there on the predictive demand. The traditional algorithms used, time series heuristics and predicted the demand, but that's not anymore. Here is the new way of using AI and machine learning on a day-to-day basis. And there are more than 200 factors which can be considered to build your model. And the model is continuously learning. And just to give a simple example, the external factors which are to be considered in a forecast could be holidays, could be climate, could be promotional information, right from competitive to mobile promotions to the loyalty bonuses. And every time the feed is coming in from day of the week, day within the week, transactions, stock availability, brand parameters, you feed that into a model on a real-time basis, and it's continuously polling the data, it's building the model, it's learning. That's the regression that's happening. And these are more than 200 model factors, depending upon which solution company that you pick up. It's generating a forecast with this interlinking all the influencing factors together. This is very different from building a baseline plan and a promotion plan in a very sequential manner. And then as you were doing the baseline and promotions in a sequential manner, it was introducing biases at the same time. As it was bringing in biases, it was also bringing in human intervention. Both these factors were leading into a lot of error. How do you reduce that? This is through a machine learning algorithms that has been building by considering all the factors interrelated at the same time and then applying it to the model. And we've seen a lot of benefits around doing this. This is one key example of using the predicted demand of future consumption based on historical sale and extra features that is getting changed with more machine learning algorithm. What's the second piece? The second is on disruptive prediction, and I'll show you an example. So this is from one of our global customers, where we are shipping the goods from Shanghai to Houston. The original plan of arrival was January 18. And in a traditional model, this plan would have already been given and we were executing to that plan. There was no visibility during the in-transit, whether we're going to reach whether the shipment is going to reach on the 18th or it's delayed. No visibility. Today, with using AI machine learning, you're able to connect your IoT signals to a player called 4Kites, which is on ocean, feeding the signals back where the shipment has reached, where the carrier has reached, where the container has reached. It can go to the container level and also look at the temperature, that is it passing to the cold zone, is it passing to the hot zone. Those signals are translated in real-time signals and fed back into the optimization to predict the new predictive time of arrival. Now, how does this help? If we had planned on 18th, and we had a downstream plan to consume this information and utilize it, we would have already been delayed. And this gives a more alignment in real time to do your real replanning and help out the companies to make optimum decisions. These are some use cases of AI and machine learning in the transportation world. The previous was in the forecasting world, which can apply using more social factors and weather factors. There's some examples where we are using AI and machine learning. The other pieces are on the prioritization of how do we take decisions. We are removing the impact of keeping the planners to make the decisions. They are not making decisions anymore. It's the AI and machine learning are creating and algorithms. They're giving us the whole parameters to tune around with an exception handling. So the use of robotics, the use of integrated systems, which can make all that integrated system and decisions, is helping us in automated resolution and helping on the productivity of the organization. We are reducing cost using AI and machine learning. The cognitive segmentation on what's the right demographic, what's the right profile that to be addressed, it's not fed anymore by an external tool. It is all calculated internally because the machine is continuously learning in the cognitive segmentation model, and taking and assigning that, okay, what inventory should be there, what order should be there, how should you address, how should you do the shipments for the segment, what's the SLA around that. That is all getting determined using AI and machine learning rather than feeding that as an input in the traditional world. The fifth is all about parameter tuning. Are we modeled the right lead time? Have we modeled the right yield? All that signals are getting on the parameter tuning. So here are some of the use cases that is there in the AI ML piece. And I just want to talk about just one few slide is how do we do that? This is what we do at Blue Yonder. Just to give you an introduction to the company, we are in the planning, retail, platform, and stage. We are a digital platform supply chain company which powers the solution across all the solutions and the customers with global customers. You can see Walmart, PepsiCo, P&G, just to name a few. And we are a digital platform company helping and solve the world of AI and machine learning and completely cloud and SaaS. What's our end goal? To optimize $100 billion of value in growth and savings by 2025. Thanks a lot for your time. Please, I'm sure there are a lot of questions. Please visit the digital booth. I would encourage you to visit the digital booth. Sorry, Isha, I just ran out of like an extra minute or two, but thanks a lot for giving the opportunity to do the session. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Gaur. And like you mentioned, a lot of delegates have sent in a few questions. I'll try to take a couple of them. Are you seeing unsupervised learning in AI again, given the VUCA conditions in the market, or are you seeing an investment or building out a new network, or is it both?
What is the last line? Is it to build?
Are you noticing an unsupervised learning in AI again, or are you noticing a new IoT network, or is it both?
It is both. In fact, we are connecting. Definitely, our unsupervised learning is definitely there, but we're also connecting with a lot of new networks. There are a lot of companies which are mushrooming across, like Fourkites is an example, Fara is an example, where the network is connecting all the suppliers and vendors. The question is, are you connecting to the end shipper, end carrier, or you're connecting to an aggregator? It's both the models are getting extended, and we're building the network along with that. And all our algorithms are also transforming into an unsupervised learning. Some we are very matured, some we are learning that, Misha, as a journey. And more details will be available at the digital booth. There are detailed SMEs who can take them through the whole sessions around this.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gaur. Like he mentioned, if you're looking for the perfect digital platform company, you know where to go. You can meet the Blue Yonder team at the digital booth right here on this very platform. All you have to go is towards the bottom of your screen in the experience zone. Click on that and visit them at their booth. Thank you so very much, Mr. Gaur, for joining in.